Hello, Miss Pearl. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Okay, so what's happened between now and the last time that I saw you?
Well, Dennis moved out. Um, he moved in with Margie, which I didn't know he was going to do that. He just came home um, about a week ago and just said he was. I knew he was moving, but he's moving. He's packing up all his stuff, and he said, "I just wanted to tell you that I'm moving in with Margie."
Do you know who Margie is?
Mm-hmm. She's this woman that used to work out. Well, still does work out at the gym. Worked at the gym where we worked out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pretty upset. I mean, I like fell to the floor, screaming and crying, because I just couldn't believe he was doing that to me after 5 years.
5 years. Um, Tell me about y'all's relationship.
Well, we met about 6 years ago, and we dated for a while, and then we decided to move in together. Then we dated for a while, and then we were engaged, and then we decided to move in together. And basically, I thought we had a good
Mm-hmm.
relationship.
Okay.
I mean, he was fun to be around and easygoing, and
Is this is this your first relationship after your previous marriage?
yeah.
Okay.
But there's been some years between, since I've been married.
Mm-hmm. So have you talked to him anymore?
Um, yeah, he calls me occasionally, um, and I still, sometimes he helps me out with bills and stuff because, after he left, I mean, he took everything,
Mm-hmm.
all the furniture, and because we had my furniture and his furniture, and when we moved in together, then most of my stuff, well, you know how men are. Your stuff is junk, and their stuff is worth something.
Mm-hmm.
So we got rid of a lot of my stuff.
What'd y'all do with it?
Some of it I loaned, gave it to this girl that was setting up a practice. It
Mm-hmm.
was like living room furniture, and so
Mm-hmm.
she had it used in her practice.
Okay.
And well, that's where most of it went.
Okay. So right now you're just living in a. Do you have any furniture in your house?
I have a recliner, I have a television set, and I have a bedroom set.
Okay. Do you see yourself buying any furniture anytime soon? Are you financially able to do that?
Well, I'm gonna have to buy some, but my niece is gonna loan me some, at least some living room furniture,
Hmm.
um, until I can afford to get my own because they're building a house, and so they've moved into an apartment,
Okay.
and they can't take everything with them, so
Hmm.
they're storing a lot of their furniture. And so she told me that I could use her living room furniture,
Okay. Okay. Um.
but
So
eventually I'll have to buy some. Yeah.
okay. So you talked to Dennis. Have you talked? Do you want to get back with him?
Oh yeah. I mean, that sounds stupid. I know. Somebody that screws around on you and then they leave and move in with somebody else.
Hmm.
I mean, makes me wonder what kind of person I am that, I would take that kind of treatment and still.
So he just came home one day and told you he was leaving.
Well, I mean, he'd been screwing around on me before then.
Well, how'd you find that out?
Um, well, it all started when after 5 years, after we'd been engaged for 5 years, and I told him that I wanted to get married.
Hmm.
I said, this is a long time we've been together. We need to get married
Hmm.
now. And he told me that he wasn't going to get married, that marriage was not worth a piece of paper it was written on, and that he hadn't dated anybody after he and his wife divorced, except me,
Hmm.
and that he wanted the opportunity to date other people and to not just one other person, but 50 other people.
Mhm. Does he know 50 people?
No. But anyway, so after that, um, he started talking to this girl up at the gym where we work out. And I just thought, because she was my friend too. I
Mhm.
mean, we both knew her. And so sometimes I'd go in the gym and they'd be talking. And I didn't think anything of it
Mhm.
until one night he told me that he was going to go to the casino with a guy friend of his. And I got a little bit suspicious, so I followed him.
Mhm.
And I found his truck at her house.
Mhm.
So
What happened when you found this truck at your
I
house?
went up to the door and knocked
You
on the door.
did.
And then I think I just opened it.
Oh, it was unlocked.
Hmm.
And what did you say?
And he he was sitting on the couch and she was sitting on a like an ottoman or something, putting her shoes on.
Mhm.
And I said, I thought you were going to the casino. And she didn't say anything. And then he said, we are going to the casino or something like that. And then I said, well, then what are you doing over here? I thought you were going with what's his name.
Mhm.
And anyway, so she just kept putting her shoes on. Then she got up. She says, well, I'm leaving. So I went out with her.
And where did he go?
Hey, I left him in the
In her house?
yeah. And then I got in my car and went home.
Okay. So let me ask you. Let's say he did want to come back. What what would need to happen in order for him to come back? Do you have any type of boundaries, limitations, anything you want to discuss with him?
You would think that I would set some boundaries, but I'm sort of just like thinking. I mean, I want him to come back so bad
Mhm.
that I'm just willing to let him come back,
Mhm.
and let's just forget about what happened and start over.
Mhm.
That sounds stupid, and I would never advise a friend of mine to do that.
Mhm.
But
Okay, let's say he doesn't come back. What kind of support system do you have out there?
um, a niece, some friends at church, and they're just mainly acquaintances at church because I just started a singles class, um, and that's about it. And you?
Okay. So, do you think that, do you have any other friends other than the friends you have with him?
No, not really, because um, I moved up here, and shortly after that met him, and so I just started going places with him and
Mhm.
doing things with him and his friends,
Mhm. Mhm.
go to ball games and stuff like that and eat out, but it was with his friends 'cause I didn't
Mhm.
know anybody
Mhm.
other than my niece.
In that time period, did you make any other friends other than his friends, or have you reached out to anybody other than him? I mean, do you have any friends other than his friends? I mean, surely you made some friends.
Just people at work,
Mhm.
but I don't socialize with them after work. I
Right.
mean, and I have confided in some of them, but
Mhm.
I mean, you really just can't go to work and start pouring out your personal
Right.
problems.
Right.
So, but certainly been hard to concentrate at work.
Okay. So, um, we've already done your treatment plan. So, what goals out of these five do you want to work on between now and our next visit?
Well, my primary goal when I came to see you, decided to come for counseling, um, was to just feel better.
Mhm. Now, how do you think you can do this?
Um, I'm not inclined to take any kind of medicine right now because I think surely this will pass.
Right. I mean, I
Um,
think it's a lot of situational right now.
I think I just need to get involved in other things
Mhm.
and distract myself. And
Involved in other things like what?
like going places with family, or maybe volunteer stuff, or I don't want to go back to the gym because that's where she is,
Mhm.
and she still works up there.
Mhm.
Um, just maybe work out in the yard. I mean,
Mhm.
hobbies, stuff like
What
that.
kind of hobbies do you have?
I like gardening,
Mhm.
and I used to like to sew a lot.
Mhm. How is your sewing stuff going?
Pretty good. I mean, I was doing embroidery
Mhm.
stuff too for a
How's
while.
that?
Well, you sort of lose interest.
Right.
When you can't concentrate on things,
Right.
and all you think of, you just sit around and think about what's you know. I just sit around and think about him, all day long. So I hadn't done much embroidery, but I need to start doing that again.
Okay. So